Hey, good day, good day. Thank you for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I'm your host, the one they call Glaze Gibbs. My story is a true story of change and redemption, and this is my ministry. I speak about the good, the bad, and the ugly experience that I've been through in life. Today, what I'm going to speak about the grandparent of the rapper Honeykomb Brazy, shot to death, house burned down, okay? Right now I know that's been going on, and right now is, like I say, people try to understand, like, what in the hell could have happened? What took place? And to me, like right now, I got a few of my, people that I'm in contact with, the younger generation, they reach out to me, yo, what's your opinion? Like, what do you think about that? Being that, you had a similar situation when you was out there in the street and something happened similar to that when somebody threw a firebomb in Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols' mother house and killed Fat Cat's sister. And right now is his whole family almost dying at. This is what I'm gonna do. Look at this.
People in the city, but I'm gonna say that he was probably one of the top 2 or 3 in Brooklyn. Drug dealers, and controlled the drug organization. Everybody knew who he was, and most people feared Glaze.
When they threw that fucking firebomb through the house, they started a war. And right now, if it wasn't for him stopping me, everybody that was responsible for it, they would have lost somebody, more than somebody. They would have lost a fucking whole generation that day. Okay, even right now, I look at that piece. That's how I felt at that present time. That's how my mindset was. Because guess what? They violated. Here it is, you don't put innocent people involved. And even the people that was responsible for shooting up that house, blowing up his grandparent or whatever, guess what? Chances are they probably raised up in that same house, in and out of there, playing, laughing, joking, eating. These folks probably took care of them, changed their diapers, took care of them literally. But yet and still regards what happened within that time frame from when they was little babies to, juvenile, adolescent to young adults. What happened to make them want to go out Honeykomb Brazy that hard and that strong? Folks, sit back and think about it. When you are black and you are poor and you lack education, you are in real trouble. Let me sit back and think about it. Let's say that again. When you are black, poor, and a lack of education, you are in real trouble. That just don't go for the black community. That go for all community, folks. Because without knowledge, guess what? You don't have anything. Without knowledge and common sense, what do you have? Here it is. This is a situation right now is uncalled for, is unjustified. And like I say, I was once the problem. And now what I'm seeking to do, I'm seeking to be part of the solution. I sit back and I look at it. And what I did is I try to go in depth and try to see who is Honeykomb Brazy from Alabama. Who is this rapper that make these guys want to go after him like that? Then you start listening to some of the things that's out there, some of the interviews and some of the things from his own words. Like, you know what? He was a problem child. Okay? He was like me and so many other. We had a death wish. He got a death wish and he don't even know it. And even right now, in and out of jail since he was a kid, his father's currently incarcerated, got life. Like he say, his mother, you know what I'm saying right now, somebody asks him, well, how do your mother feel? How do your father feel about you in and out of jail? He said, my father got life. And my mother really can't say nothing to me because that's what she was doing. She been in and out of jail all her life. So now his grandparent is the one that raised him. So he say that he tried to get them to move, but they didn't want to relocate. They feel this is home. And they feel, guess what? We're not into that life. People in this neighborhood, especially kids, they know us. We didn't give them nothing but love, pure love. We fed them when they was hungry. We bathed them when they was dirty. We gave them a place to stay when they needed somewhere to stay. So what happened? What could have possibly went wrong with these kids to make them want to go after this man and kill his grandparent? And you sit back and you try to understand. And folks, like I say right now, you know what? I try to go back and put myself in that situation. And when I was coming up, I was a young, sick soul. From the age of 14 and 24, I didn't care. I had a death wish. I was saying,
Come take me. I didn't care. Based upon all the stupid action and behavior and the negativity energy that I was dishing out from robbing, stealing, poisoning my community, guess what? And victimizing people, murdering, poisoning them, selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Taking stuff that didn't belong to me. Taking people's life. You know, me and my team, me and the M&M, me and the organization I was once part of. Guess what? For nothing. And then I'm not going to try to make no excuse. Right now, I had issue. Demon behavior, demonic behavior. I was following Satan opposed to God. I was brought up in the church and I knew right from wrong. Saying these individuals probably was going through the same thing. They was raised up in church. But what caused them to go wrong? Come on. Is it that green stuff? Money? Moolah? Huh? Everybody wants to be gangster rap and you listen to these words and you let that stuff become part of you. That's not the way, people. That's not life. And that's the difference. Y'all young man that's out there, man, stop picking up that brick, throwing at that prison wall for absolutely nothing. Here it is. Sit back and think about, you know what? Look what happened. Y'all shot up a house. Probably was an attendant. Y'all trying to send a message and getting this cat to come after y'all. But y'all sent the wrong message because you got two people that's dead. Two senior citizens that dead. Grandparent. Think about it. Imagine if that was your grandparent. How would you feel? Now, you're on the run. Okay? Here it is, all type of stuff running through your mind. You're probably scared of death because anybody in their rightful state of mind will be scared of death. Because I'm not mistaken, I think Alabama had the death penalty. But that's not what y'all want to do. But y'all out there and y'all feel y'all trying to prove a point and they wasn't even your intended target. Here it is, Honeykomb Brazy is still alive. And then again, what is his mindset right now? I knew right now, if you listen to that piece, when they threw that firebomb through Fat Cat Mother House, right now, I felt totally responsible. I just left Mama house. And right now, she was on the couch. And what happened, she says she heard noise. And she went to the window and she heard shots. And then she seen fire. And the fire caught onto the curtain. And the curtain went up in flame. And she was trying to put it out. She's 70 years old. Her husband at the time, Daddy Amos, he's 75. You know, right now is his sister's 50. She was in a wheelchair upstairs. She died in the fire. He had 3 small nieces and nephews. You know what I'm saying? One was 4, one was 10, one is 12. The 10-year-old got burned real bad because once again, he tried to go back and save his grandmother. People do not understand what you're going to do. Her it is, mama, small little petite woman. She trying to put the fire out. She trying to save her family. She trying to save her home. But guess what? It was too much. And that fire spread and it destroyed the whole house. And you know what? Like I say, she was able to get out. She was able to get her husband out. She was able to get, 3 of her grandkids out. But she tried to get her daughter out in the wheelchair, and she couldn't do it. And she died. And you know what? Like I told you, I felt responsible. And right now, only thing I saw, I didn't see anything. I wasn't thinking. Only thing I saw was blood, red, because I was pissed. How dare these individuals, you want me or you want Cat, the family don't have nothing to do with it. You keep the moms and the kids out of it. You keep the grandparents, the mom, the pop, the children, the nieces and nephews, you keep them out of it. What type of nonsense is this? But people do not understand. People are not thinking. I wasn't thinking because once again, you know what my mindset after that? I lost it. And any and everybody that was responsible for it, I want to go after them. And like to me, I want this visit Cat. I want to visit him in Shawanga. And we at the visit room. And I'm telling him, listen, man, any and everybody, you know what I'm saying? These guys, they left. They left New York City. They ain't hiding. Anybody that I felt was responsible for it, we was going after their mother, their father, their grandparents, their kids. You know, because once again, I want to set an example. Letting them know, guess what? If you bring that type of negative energy to me and my people, guess what? We're going to make it 10 times worse for you and your people. And you know what? I'm on a visit. I'm telling Cat this. Here it is. He just lost his sister. He could have lost his whole family. And I'm telling him, this is what I'm going to do. I say, here it is. I'm on a visit right now. At a certain time, I got my guys dressed up at housing. Dress up at FedEx, UPSers. And guess what? At a certain time, as soon as it hit dark, they going to knock on these doors, ring these bells, and they going to go in there. And everybody that we felt responsible, their family going to get wiped out. You know what I'm saying? So Cat, we on a visit, night visit in Shawanga. He like, no, you cannot do that. I don't want the blood on these kids in my hand. I'm saying, wait a minute, man. I said, look, man, we either do it my way or we don't do it at all. But yet and still regards what? Temper's what gets us into trouble. Pride's what keep us there. One thing I say about that country bunkie and Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols, highly intelligent individual, even though his sister was dead, laying up in the casket. And like he said, I came to him with one of my diabolical schemes. And what he said, no. He said, I couldn't do it. He said, right now you can get the adults, but you can touch the kids. And you know what? Right now, I took off my round table ring on the vision and give it to him. Well, you don't want to do it my way. We're not doing it. We're not doing it at all. And you know what? When you sit back and you look at it or whatever, guess what? I have to leave the visit. And I have to page all my guys, 911, and get them to answer and get them to call it off. No, we're not going to do that or whatever. And folks, listen. And only thing I want is an eye for eye, tooth for tooth, blood for blood. I want the people that was responsible for it to feel the pain that we was feeling. I want them to feel that pain right then and then. Was it the right thing? I'm saying now, no, it wasn't the right thing. Back then, when you in a moment, you in your emotion, and you allow your emotion to supersede your intellect, yes, you feel it's right. You feel it's very right. You feel blood for blood. Despite right now is I was doing and we was doing all type of foul stuff. Now it's time to, you sow what you reap what you sow. Now it's time for us to feel the pain back. And like I told you, Cat say no. He called off the hit. And right now I'm glad he did. Because if he didn't call off the hit, I wouldn't be here right now. I would not be here right now. I would probably be under the jail. And that's what people have to understand. Folks, look, my deepest condolences for their family. I'm talking about for, the rapper Honeykomb Brazy, his family, his grandparent. May they soul rest in peace and their spirits lifted. Even right now, him, his moms, his family. You know what? My deepest condolences, folks. But the difference right now is what we have to do is be aware of our action, folks. Because whatever we do to others, eventually it'll come back on us tenfold. And it's not worth it. I'm talking about you got a platform, man. Get your life together. Listen to what the words that coming out of my mouth, man. I'm trying to explain to you. You already got your dad. Like you say, he got life. You know what I'm saying? He got life. You don't need to be there with him, man. I'm talking about you don't need to be there life with him. And the difference is if you go after those individuals or you go after their family, guess what, man? It's over. Your lifestyle or the life that you know is going completely. And I understand you got the hate. You want revenge, but guess what? It's not going to bring them back. And I know coming from me is easy said than done because once again, if somebody did something to my family back then and there, guess what? I want to attack. You always in attack mode. But you know what? To me, to you, a person that been there, done that, leave that alone, man. I'm saying right now is whatever's meant to be is going to be. Get your life together, man. If that means never going back to Alabama, don't go back to Alabama, man. You know what? Get on your knees, pray, ask forgiveness, change your ways, change your lifestyle. You know what? Get out of there, man. Why you still can? Because once again, man, listen, that life is not for nobody, man. I don't care what anybody say. Listen, guys, girls, boys, whoever out there listen to this message, man, get away from that silly knucklehead stuff. Stop throwing your life away for absolutely nothing. Get away from that shoot 'em up, bang, bang, blowing up things. You know why? Because once that sucker's done, how many times we all have done something we regret that we have done it? When these kids get caught and they got to pay that price for shooting up and blowing up that house and killing those people, guess what? They going to be kicking themselves in the rear end for the rest of their life because they threw their life away for what? For the wrong reason, trying to prove a point, fronting. Listen, folks, stop it while you still can. Take it from somebody that know. My name is Glaze Gibbs. This is my story. This is a true story of change and redemption. If I, the one they call Glaze Gibbs, can change, anybody can change. You know why, folks? Because change come from where? Change come from within. Get your signed copy of the Beyond Lucky, the Glaze Gibbs story. To order your signed copy, email me at Brian, BrianGibbs 12 yahoo.com. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. My channel is a true channel. It's the people channel. And even right now that's why I'm doing this story, because you know what? It came as a request. And you know what? I can relate to that. I can put myself in that predicament with, the rapper. I'm saying Honeykomb, Brazy. I couldn't, because it happened to me. I'm talking right now when that happened, that fireball went through that house, I was there. I had just left there. And right now I took that personal because it happened on my watch. And you know what? Like I say, I lost it. I lost complete control. And what I'm just trying to say right now, I don't care how dark the situation may seem, or how painful the situation may seem, God will give you the strength to carry on. God will give you the strength to change your way, to get it together before it's too late. And what I'm just trying to say, folks, listen, man, get away from that negative, get away from that nonsense. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth you dying on the street at a young age, at a violent death. It's not worth you spending the rest of your life in jail, never getting out or whatever. It's not worth it, folks. We are better than that. And what I'm just trying to say right now, educate yourself. If you need help, you got anger management issue, you got mental illness issue, get the help that you need. It's nothing wrong with raising your hand, crying for help. That's what I had to do. I had to get help. I had to get diagnosed what was my problem. And you know what? In order for me to fix my problem, I had to realize and understand that I had a problem. That's what the things that's being done is not normal. Normal people do not behave like that. You know what I'm saying? You know who behave like that? Savages, uneducated, people that don't have nothing to lose. And like I told you right now, everybody should have something to lose. What I'm saying, love yourself, man. Get it together before it's too late. Once again, folks, thank you for joining me. Hit that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit and share. My story is a true story of change and redemption. If I can change, anybody can change. Follow me on my Instagram channel, Brian Gibbs, Brian Glaze Gibbs, Instagram, Brian Glaze Gibbs. Once again, folks, thank you for joining me. And like I say, share the story.